Welcome to episode 2 of Conscious Manifestation Experiment. Today we will talk about one of the most difficult aspects of manifestation, which is ignoring your current reality and trusting the process as it unfolds. Make sure you stay till the very end, as a lot of valuable information will be shared in this episode. You see, Neville Goddard primarily taught the process of consciously manifesting our desires in 2 basic steps. 1. Ignore your current reality. 2. Imagine your desire and make it a current fact. In this episode we will talk about the first step, which is ignoring your current reality, in great detail. It is actually a very difficult thing to do, and there is not much explanation available from Neville on how to do it. I researched a lot on the subject as I had difficulty ignoring my current reality. It seemed easier to manifest things that were not contradictory to my current reality. But other things seemed more difficult. It seemed easier to attract things in my life that previously did not exist at all compared to getting rid or changing things in my current reality. For example, if I wanted to manifest a watch or a nice vacation, it was easier to do. I imagined the end with a perfect scene and let it go. Soon enough I would have it. I could also attract fairly handsome sums of money quite easily. However, if I wanted to change my job because I did not like my current boss, it seemed a bit more difficult. The reason is that when you have something in your life that is constantly reminding you of current reality, then it is more difficult to ignore it. In the example to trying to manifest a watch or vacation, I did not go about my day hating something within my current reality. I was detached. But in the example of my job, I was constantly reminded, as I had to face my boss every day and perform tasks that I did not like for an extended period of time. It was way harder to ignore my current job than ignoring the reality where the watch or vacation has not manifested yet. Then I stumbled upon a book called Reality Transurfing by Vadim Zeland. According to Vadim's information found on the internet, he is an esoteric writer along with being a quantum physicist. In this book, he explains some concepts that seemed to me like the missing pieces I was looking for. Until that time I was just exercising teachings of Neville Goddard, and I did receive extraordinary results. But I did feel that at times, I just could not make some of my manifestations work. Reality Transurfing really changed that for me. One last thing I want to mention before getting to the process of ignoring your current reality from Reality Transurfing. There are many important concepts that are covered in the long book Reality Transurfing. Today we will talk about dropping importance. But I will go over the other concepts in my future videos. So subscribe to this channel and hit the notification icon so that you are notified when the next video is out. Also, please hit the like button as it helps the channel to grow. Now let's talk about dropping importance. Reality Transurfing describes that there are energy structures on the higher planes of this universe called pendulums. These pendulums are created when one or more conscious beings start believing in an idea. These pendulums are not conscious, but they consume energy from conscious beings. There are all sorts of pendulums in this universe: political pendulums, social pendulums, technological pendulums, as well as obsolete pendulums. Obsolete pendulums are pendulums that are no longer used in today's society, such as pendulums created while the ancients were building their pyramids. Since we lost the knowledge of the functions of these pyramids, these pendulums have ceased to exist. Now, pendulums will always try to hook onto you and consume your energy. The way it does that is by increasing importance. When you experience something in your life that you give a lot of importance, it means that the pendulum has hooked onto you. Even the positive things in life can hook you to a pendulum. Tell me if this sounds familiar to you. You at first desire something. You did not have much expectation with this desire. Then you probably have a new idea and you take small action towards this goal of yours. You see massive progressive results. You get excited. Then while the goal is progressing, you suddenly experience a sudden roadblock, and your desire never manifests. You cannot explain the obstacle that you experienced and pronounce it as bad luck. Another example. You want something very intensely. You have a very hard time manifesting it. At some point you give up either because you accept failure or something else shows up in your life and you need to shift focus. At the time you give up, the desire you had manifests. The two experiences I have just mentioned are things I have personally experienced many times in my life. I have seen countless people agree to have had the same experiences. My mind was baffled for years as I tried to find answers as to why this happens. Reality Transurfing was able to answer that and much more. Let's break the experience down. In the first example where you wanted something loosely and you saw progression until you hit an unexpected roadblock, what happened is that initially you had attached no or less importance to your desire. So you were not hooked to any pendulum. Your desire progressed to manifest. Then when you saw the progression, you got excited. You felt you needed the desire to manifest as you have come a long way. Now you felt you would miss out on some big opportunity if this desire did not manifest. You attached a lot more importance to this desire. So you got hooked to a pendulum which created some negative circumstance which caused you to generate negative emotions that would feed the pendulum. In the other instance where you were having a hard time manifesting a desire but finally succeeded at the time of giving up, you were hooked onto a pendulum from the time you initially incepted your desire. The moment you gave up is the moment you dropped importance. So you got unhooked from the pendulum and your desire manifested. Now, you see the reason why it may have seemed more difficult to have manifested something that is contradictory to your current situation, such as changing a job or boss you hate, compared to attracting something completely new into your life, such as watch. So, if you want to ignore your current reality, then at first drop importance. Drop importance for the desire in your current situation. I will share one perspective that I learned from a book that helps me reduce importance. That is to realize how insignificant our 3D lives are compared to the universe. The universe has lasted for about 14 billion years and it will last for at least another 14 billion years. If we live for 100 years, then the time of our lives are equivalent to a blink of firefly in the night. All we have is our precious time. In most cases, there is no point ruining our precious time over some desire. We are here to cherish the time we have. So, almost no problem can have my importance. The Bible also describes the idea of reducing importance. It does that by asking us not to judge our situations. I have explained how the Bible asks us not to judge our situations in my previous video called Manifestation Secret into the Story of Adam and Eve. I will leave a link to the video in my description below and I recommend you watch that after this one. You see, you can only judge situations or things that you give importance to. Giving importance and judgment happen in the heart instead of the mind. You can feel a strong charge of emotion when you give importance to something. And you judge things harshly when you only give importance. Also very important to note is that you do not need importance to manifest your desires. It is only important to pendulums. As per Reality Transurfing, desire does not cause manifestations. Only intentions do. I will cover these concepts in great detail in the future. So make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit notification icon. Now to summarize, instead of trying to ignore your current reality, reduce your importance of the current situation and your unmanifested desire. I have a challenge for you. Do this for 7 to 14 days. When you feel the emotion of importance rising up in your heart, tell yourself you do not need importance. Only pendulums need importance. All you need to do, imagine the end and intend for the universe to provide you with your desire. Whatever is currently going on in your life does not deserve your importance, as life is too short anyway. Come back to this video after 7 days and write a comment on the change you have experienced. I promise you, you will find massive results. Thank you for watching till the end. Please leave your thoughts on the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification icon if you want to learn more. Until next time, happy manifesting.